Close your eyes for a second. Imagine you go to sleep tonight, normal, phone charging, AC on, comfortable bed, and then you wake up, but something is wrong. There's no ceiling above you. There's no bed under you. There's no phone beside you. Just sky, trees, wind, and a smell that hits you like a wall. Animal, smoke, and something you can't name but your body immediately recognizes as danger. You sit up and you realize you are not in your room. You are not in your city. You are not even in your century. You are sitting in the middle of a forest 50,000 years ago, alone, with nothing, no clothes, no shoes, no food, no weapons, no Google Maps, and somewhere nearby, something just moved in the bushes. What happens next will either kill you within 24 hours or completely change how you see yourself as a human being. This is exactly what would happen if you woke up in 50,000 BC. Chapter 1: The First 60 Seconds. Let's start with the very first minute, because this minute decides everything. Your first instinct will be panic, and panic in 50,000 BC is a death sentence. Here's why. When you panic, your brain floods with cortisol. Your vision narrows. You stop thinking clearly. And in a world where a cave lion can run 50 kilometers per hour, not thinking clearly means you're already dead. So the first battle isn't against a predator. It's against your own brain. Now let's talk about what your senses immediately tell you. Your eyes useless. 50,000 BC has no light pollution. If it's night, you literally cannot see your hand in front of your face. Darkness so complete it feels like a physical thing pressing against your eyeballs. Your ears overwhelmed. Every sound is new. Every crack of a branch. Every rustle of leaves. Every distant howl. And your brain, with 200,000 years of evolution screaming at it, is correctly telling you every single one of those sounds could be something that wants to eat you. Your nose confused. You smell things you've never smelled before. Living animals. Dead animals. Smoke from somewhere. Wet earth. Rotting vegetation. Your brain has no reference for any of it. And your skin immediately cold. Or immediately hot, because 50,000 BC has no climate control. No thermostat. Whatever the weather is doing, that's what you're experiencing. Directly. On your skin. In the first 60 seconds, your body is receiving more raw survival information than it receives in an entire modern month. Chapter 2: The next 24 hours. Let's say you survive the first minute. You don't panic. You find a tree. You climb it. Smart move actually. Most ground predators can't follow you up. Now what? Your body has 3 immediate problems. And they will kill you in this exact order if you don't solve them. Problem number 1: temperature. This kills you first, faster than starvation, faster than dehydration. If it's cold, you have maybe 3 hours before hypothermia starts shutting your organs down. If it's brutally hot, heatstroke hits even faster. You have no jacket, no shelter, no fire. Do you know how to make fire? Not with a lighter, not with matches. From scratch. From sticks and rocks. Most modern humans absolutely do not. And here's the terrifying truth. Fire is the difference between surviving the night and becoming something's dinner. Problem number 2: water. You can survive 3 weeks without food. You cannot survive 3 days without water. And 50,000 BC has no water bottles, no filtration systems, no taps. There is water everywhere actually, rivers, streams, rain. But drinking the wrong water in 50,000 BC doesn't give you a stomachache. Kills you. Slowly. Painfully. Do you know which water is safe? Do you know how to find a river by following the land? Do you know to boil water before drinking without a pot? Problem number 3: food. This is actually your least urgent problem. But it becomes urgent fast because without calories, your brain stops working properly. And a brain that doesn't work properly in 50,000 BC is, well, here's the brutal reality of your first 24 hours. You would spend them almost entirely in a tree. Terrified. Cold. Thirsty. Watching the ground below you where shadows move in the darkness. Listening to sounds that your brain correctly identifies as dangerous but cannot name. And waiting, desperately, for morning. Chapter 3: What morning changes. Morning changes everything. And nothing. The good news you can see. The predators that hunt at night have mostly retreated. The bad news. The predators that hunt during the day are just waking up. But daylight gives you something priceless. Information. And this is where something fascinating happens. Something your modern brain is actually incredibly good at that you had no idea about. Pattern recognition. Your brain, the same brain that helps you navigate social media algorithms and remember song lyrics, is also one of the most powerful survival computers ever built. It was literally designed for this environment. You will start noticing things without even trying. Where the sun is, which direction the wind comes from, which plants grow near water, where animal tracks lead, what bird calls mean danger and which means safety. Ancient humans called this awareness. We call it being stressed and overwhelmed. But here's the thing, within just 48 to 72 hours, studies of modern humans placed in wilderness survival situations show something remarkable. The panic fades. The brain adapts. Instincts that have been sleeping under layers of civilization start waking up. You start moving differently, more carefully, more quietly. You start listening differently, not to music or podcasts but to the actual world around you. You start thinking differently, not about tomorrow or next week but about the next hour, the next meal, the next safe place to sleep. You become, slowly, something your ancestors would recognize. Chapter 4. Your biggest problem isn't the predators. Here's the thing nobody tells you about 50,000 BC. The predators are terrifying. The cave lions, the hyenas, the dire wolves. Yes, they are real and yes, they will absolutely eat you. But they are not your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is the other humans. Because 50,000 BC humans are not the friendly, welcoming people modern movies like to show. They are suspicious. They are territorial. They are dangerous. Think about it from their perspective. A strange human appears from nowhere, wearing nothing, speaking a language nobody has ever heard, behaving in ways that make no sense, eating things in the wrong way, making sounds that don't communicate anything. To a 50,000 BC tribe, you are not a lost traveler who needs help. You are a threat, or you are crazy, or you are something supernatural. None of those options are good for you. The best-case scenario, they ignore you and you have to survive completely alone. The worst-case scenario, well, let's just say ancient humans dealt with threats the same way predators did. Your only chance of being accepted by a tribe is to offer something valuable immediately. And here's the cruel irony, the one thing you have that they don't have. Knowledge. Modern knowledge. But you have no way to communicate it. You can't explain germ theory. You can't explain agriculture. You can't explain medicine. Not in a language anyone understands. You are, despite being from the most advanced civilization in human history, completely useless to them. Chapter 5. What you have that they don't. But wait, before you completely give up hope, let's talk about what you actually bring to 50,000 BC. Because it's not nothing. First, your immune system. Modern humans have immune systems that have been trained by vaccines, medications, and exposure to thousands of diseases over generations. You carry antibodies and immune responses that 50,000 BC humans have never encountered. This cuts both ways. You're vulnerable to diseases they carry that your body has never seen. But you're also resistant to things that kill them regularly. Second, your problem-solving ability. You have spent your entire life in a world that rewards creative problem-solving. Video games, school, work, social situations, all of it has trained your brain to think laterally, to try things that haven't been tried before. 50,000 BC humans are brilliant, make no mistake, but they are brilliant within a system that changes very slowly. You bring the ability to think completely outside that system. Third, and this is the big one, you know things work before you try them. Ancient humans discovered fire, tools, and techniques through thousands of years of trial and error, generations of failure before success. You already know the answers. Even if you can't perfectly execute them, you know that fire can be made with friction. You know that certain plants are edible. You know that boiling water makes it safer. You know that working in groups beats working alone. This knowledge, if you can apply even 10% of it, makes you the most dangerous and valuable person in 50,000 BC. Chapter 6. The surprising truth about you. Here's where this gets really interesting. We spend so much time thinking about what we would lose if we woke up in 50,000 BC. The comfort, the technology, the food, the safety. But we never think about what we would find. Studies of modern humans who spend extended time in wilderness environments, real wilderness, not camping trips, report something unexpected. Clarity. Within days, the constant low-level anxiety of modern life disappears. The notifications, the deadlines, the social pressures, the comparison, the noise, all of it gone. Replaced by something ancient and clean. A single focus. Survive today. Find food. Find water. Find shelter. Be warm. Psychologists call this present moment awareness. Ancient humans just called it living. And here's the most surprising finding of all. Self-reported happiness in these wilderness studies goes up, not down. Despite the danger, despite the discomfort, despite the genuine possibility of death. People feel more alive in 50,000 BC conditions than they do in modern comfort. Because your brain wasn't built for Netflix and notifications. It was built for exactly this. The challenge, the problem, the immediate, undeniable proof that you are alive and fighting for it. So what would actually happen if you woke up in 50,000 BC? Honestly, the first week would be the hardest thing you've ever done. Physically, mentally, emotionally. You would be cold. You would be hungry. You would be terrified. But you would also be more present, more focused, more purely alive than you have ever felt in your entire modern life. And here's the thing. Your ancestors did this. Every single day. Without preparation. Without warning. Without choice. They woke up in that world and they didn't just survive it. They mastered it. They built language, art, music, religion, and society in conditions that would break most modern humans within 72 hours. So the next time life feels hard, the next time the pressure feels too much, the next time you feel like you can't handle what's in front of you, remember, the blood in your veins comes from people who handled cave lions with wooden sticks. You were built for hard things. If this blew your mind, subscribe to Cave Think. Every week we explore the incredible, surprising, and sometimes dark world of ancient humans. Drop a comment below. How long do you think you would survive in 50,000 BC? Be honest. I'll reply to every single one.